day, everyone. I am Mr. Nofuti Bacchus, your teacher in English grade 9. In today's class, we will be talking another very interesting topic. With that, I do hope and expect that you all will be able to get the target objectives as we go along with our discussion. And what could be more exciting than beginning this class with an opening prayer? May I request everyone to please rise. Now, before you take your seats, make sure to ready your area first and pick up some trashes under your tables and chairs. Miss Secretary, are there any absentees for today's class? Very good, grade 9. Perfect attendance again. Keep it up. Now, can someone do a recap about yesterday's topic? That is right. And based on that introductory discussion, can you still recall what drama is? Anyone? Very good. Very well said. And with that, I can guarantee you that for today's lesson, you will know more about drama, okay? But before we begin our topic, let's have a short enlivener first. Can you please get your whiteboards, grade 9? Alright, so I have here an anagram, okay? This is just very easy. All you need to do is simple. Take the letters from the phrase below and rearrange all of them in order to form the correct answer, okay? Don't you all worry, students, because I will be giving you 3 clues to help you guess the correct answer. And after I reveal the clues, I will also be giving you 30 seconds, of course, to write the answer in your whiteboards. And I'll be giving additional points for those who will be able to get the correct answer. Are you ready for this anagram? Alright, so I will first reveal the 3 clues. Let's begin with clue number 1. It is a masterpiece of William Shakespeare. That's clue number 1. Clue number 2, it has a tragic ending. Oh, what is this? And clue number 3, it's a name of a boy and a girl. Again, the piece here is True Lie and Mojo, and you need to get the correct answer by simply rearranging the letters of this particular phrase. Good luck to all of you. I'll be giving you 30 seconds to write the correct answer in your whiteboards, and your 30 seconds starts now. time is up, grade 9 students. It's about time for me to reveal the correct answer and check who among all of you got it correctly. Are you ready? And the correct answer for this anagram is... Oh, that's Romeo and Juliet from True Lie and Mojo. The correct answer, if you're going to rearrange the letters of this particular phrase, it is Romeo and Juliet. I told you it's actually a name of a boy and a girl. Congratulations to all the students who got the correct answer. You deserve a resonating round of applause. Are you all set now? Congratulations once again to everyone who got the correct answer in our short activity a while ago. Now this time, I want you to think about this one. What do you think is the connection between the word drama and the one that you guessed a while ago in our anagram activity? Can anyone from the group share an idea? Very good. Romeo and Juliet indeed is an example of drama or tragic play. Alright, so for today we will understand more about drama and explore more about it as we integrate the play Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. So students, please prepare yourselves as we head on to our topic. Alright, so for today, we will focus our discussion on drama, its types, elements, and spectacle. And then later on, we will integrate this one with Romeo and Juliet. So, first and foremost, let's unlock the word drama. What is drama? Here we go. The word drama comes from the Greek word dron, which means to do. It's like somehow what we do when we perform something to showcase to our audience. Drama is the genre, while play is the script meant to be understood by the actors or actresses, director, and producers. Drama is the portrayal of the fictional or non-fictional events. Like say for example, it can be through prose or narrative, or it can also be through poetry, okay? In a way of a written dialogue. And of course, it can be performed on the stage. It can also be on the television or even on radio. Please also take note, dear students, that the creators of drama, like say for example William Shakespeare, they are called playwrights or dramatists, okay? Now, there are two types of drama. What do you think are these two types of drama? Any guess? Very good. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Now, what is the difference between comedy and tragedy? Students, can you please read? Thank you so much, students, for reading. Of course, a comedy is indeed a type of drama with a happy ending. It is a light-hearted tone and a serious topic addressed in a humorous or in a funny way. It usually ends with a wedding, especially in romantic comedies. On the other hand, a tragedy is a type of drama with a sad ending, or it ends unhappily. We can tell that a play is a tragedy if it includes a protagonist with a tragic flaw and circumstances that quickly get out of control. By the way, you will understand more about protagonists as we go along with our discussion, okay? Tragedy has a dark theme. Say for example, about human suffering, hatred, poverty, or even downfall at the end of it. At some point, it has an irredeemable ending that results in one or more characters' deaths. So, those are the two types of drama. Again, we have the comedy and the other one is the tragedy. Do you understand so far? Awesome. Now, what type of drama do you think the play Romeo and Juliet is? Very good. This another William Shakespeare play or masterpiece is an example of a tragic play. And you will know the reason why as we go along with it later. But before that one, let us talk about the 6 elements of drama first. What do you think are these 6 elements? Do you have at least anyone in mind right now? Well, let's try to see if your guesses are correct, as I'll be revealing one by one the 6 elements of drama. We begin with, of course, the plot. Let's see. So, the plot is the logical arrangement of dramatic incidents or events occurring in a play. By the way, students, please do not forget, of course, to get your notes for you to be able to take down some important details out from our discussion. Okay? Now, the plot actually has a structure that most of the playwrights are using. Okay? So, in most literary masterpieces, the plot follows this structure. We begin, of course, with the exposition, or otherwise called the introduction. It is the beginning of the drama wherein the characters, the background, and the setting are revealed. Then, after the exposition, we also have the rising action. Okay? In the rising action, this is where the conflict or the problem is revealed. In short, the events in the play become complicated because the conflict is revealed in the rising action. Now, after that rising action, we reach the highest peak of this plot structure, and that is what we call the climax. The climax is the turning point of the play where we question ourselves as to what will happen next. Will the conflict be resolved or not? In this part of the plot, the main character receives new information, accepts it, and acts on it by making a choice or a decision that will determine whether the conflict or the problem will be solved or not. After the climax is the falling action. Students, in the falling action, this is where the resolution begins. That means that the events and complications of the play start to fall into place. And lastly, we have the denouement, or otherwise called as the resolution or the conclusion. What is this denouement? This is actually the ending of the play or the plot wherein the outcome of the events is revealed. Okay, so again, the plot structure, we have 5: the exposition, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and of course the denouement. And that is the first element of drama. Okay, so we proceed with the second element, which is of course the characters. The characters are the people presented in a play or drama. In literature, we actually have 2 major characters. We have the protagonist and also the antagonist. The protagonist is the main character around which the whole story revolves, while the antagonist, or otherwise called as the villain, is a character which causes the conflict for the protagonist, or the antagonist actually brings suffering to the protagonist. That makes the play more exciting because we will be able to identify if the problem being thrown by the antagonist to the protagonist will be solved or not. Please also take note, students, that there are other characters comprising a play. I think we discussed this one already in our topic about short story. I think we have the stock, the static or dynamic character, the foil, the flat. Those characters are minor characters, if you remember. All right? Very good. Now, let's proceed to the next proceed to the next element of drama, which is, what is this one? Oh, the theme. The theme is the central idea of a drama or play that answers what it is all about. Here's an example. Romeo and Juliet fall in love in a world of feuding families, but their love for each other struggles against all the obstacles, and though they meet a tragic end, their deaths bring love and reconciliation to Verona. So it basically gives us details about Romeo and Juliet, and as we understand that one, we can say that the theme is actually about love, about faith, but violence, value, and doubleness. Like, if we question ourselves, what is that particular play all about, then we can actually talk about all these themes. We can actually relate the play with these themes stated there. Okay? Now let's proceed to the next type or the next element of drama, which is the language. The language is the dialogue and conversation among characters in the play. The examples of language we have here: iambic pentameter, like it's actually the measurement, especially if a play uses a particular poem or in a poetry manner. We also have prose and verse, rhyming couplets, and of course the dramatic irony. Okay? The next element of drama is the music. The music pertains to the melody and rhythm in dialogues, background music, or songs. So when we say about this music, it actually pertains as to what is the flow of the situation, what is the rhythm in terms of how the characters showcases or deliver the dialogues. Okay, that's what is meant by music in this element. Alright, so we proceed to the last part or the last element of drama, which is the spectacle. The spectacle refers to the scenery and other visual elements on stage. It's basically like talking about, the props, everything that is used on the stage. It's called the spectacle. Now that you already know the 6 elements of the drama or play, let us proceed to the 5 elements of spectacle. Yes, you heard it right. That means that spectacle also has different elements. And what are these elements? Here we go. Students, here are the 5 elements of spectacle. We begin with the set. What is a set? Well, it is everything placed upon the stage to give impression of a particular setting, time, and place. That means that the set actually refers to the furniture, the scenery that are actually used on a stage in a play or in the place where the scene is being made. Okay? We also have the second element of spectacle, which is the properties. Properties are items that can be carried on and off the stage by actors or manipulated by actors during the scenes. Let's say, for example, if the set is a school setup, of course, the student characters might be using properties or things like books or notebooks, ball pens, like that. Things that can be used, of course, in a school setting. Okay? Those are properties. The next element of spectacle is the sound effects. The sound effects are, of course, the sounds being introduced to create mood or to indicate the presence of something. Please be reminded that melody differs from sound effects in this particular manner. Okay? Melody is the flow of the dialogues and how it sounds like, while the sound effects, of course, are the actual sounds being used in a play. Like, for example, a thunderous sound in a heavy rain or a school bell in a school setting. Alright, the different sound effects being used in that particular scenarios or situations. And we proceed to the next element of the spectacle, which is the blocking. This is very important. The blocking is the act of determining how actors and actresses will move on stage. Later, I'll be showing you the areas of the stage, okay? And lastly, we also have, of course, the stage, the one we're talking about. This is the area in which the action is performed, or this is the area where the actors will do the different scenes or scenarios based on the given play. Alright, so we actually have different types of stage. These are the most common stage being used around the world, okay? We have 4, or I'll be introducing you these 4 types of stage, and we begin with the truss stage. The thrust stage is the oldest known as fixed type of staging in the world. If you notice, the stage is there and then the audience is on the two sides of the stage, and then there is also group of audience, or there is also audience in front of the stage. So if you see this kind of stage, it's actually called the thrust stage. All right. The second type of stage is the proscenium stage. When we talk about proscenium stage, this is a stage where the audience sits on one side only. Like basically, it's on the front, okay, front part, where the stage is there and then the audience is in front of the performers or the actors. All right. Now we have the third type of stage, which is the in the round stage. This is a type of stage wherein the audience, of course, is situated around the stage. This is actually called like the arena stage. Okay, and if you notice, audience are everywhere and then the performers are in the middle. That is what we call the in the round stage. And the last type of stage is the traverse stage. This is a stage where the audience sits on two sides. If you notice, this is common on like runway, like in a modeling setup, okay, wherein the stage is of course in the middle and then the audience sits on two sides. All right, those are the four types of stage. Now I'll be showing you the different stage areas. This is very, very important because these areas will determine as to where the actors and actresses will position on the different scenes or scenarios of a drama or a play. Okay, if you notice, the stage is divided into 9 divisions. We have the upstage right, the upstage center, the upstage left, the center stage right, the center stage left, the downstage right, the downstage center, and the downstage left. Okay, now what do you think it is important for the characters to be positioned on the right area of the stage? Do you have any guess? Very on point answer. The stage is indeed very important because it actually helps in synchronizing the actor's movement on stage. Okay, the movement is choreographed, of course, by the blocking created by the director in order to orient the character's angle on stage based on their perspective to the audience. All right, so let's look at again the stage areas. If, for example, the director will say, please position yourself on the center stage left, so the character will go there and of course will deliver his or her lines in that particular position of the stage. Okay, that's it. We talk everything about drama, its elements and spectacles. So far, do you have any questions, students? Alright, now let's go back about Romeo and Juliet being one of the best examples of drama or play in the classical period. For us to understand fully the story of this incredible masterpiece by William Shakespeare, let us watch the cartoon adaptation of Romeo and Juliet from the English fairy tale. Students, please make sure to understand the entirety of the drama or play and of course analyze the elements evident on it. Alright? Enjoy watching, students, the English fairy tales adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. And that's the story of Romeo and Juliet. What can you say about the story? Any students who would like to share? Brilliant ideas. I can definitely say that all of you are able to understand the play Romeo and Juliet. Now that you have fully understood drama, its elements and spectacle, and also you were able to watch Romeo and Juliet, it's about time for you to have self-reflection. Alright, so we will have an activity called What I Experience. How to do this one? Here we go. Directions. Relate Romeo and Juliet in your life. Cite one scene from the play that you experience in real life. Use the format below and write your answer in the answer sheet provided. You'll be given 5 minutes to do this activity, and your 5 minutes begins now. Take your time, students. Now to fully check if you master our topic for today, may I request everyone to please get one for a sheet of paper for our quick quiz. Here we go. This is just very easy. The directions. Read each question carefully and choose the letter of the correct answer. Write your answers on your paper. You will be given 10 seconds to answer each question. Good luck, students. Let's begin. We have question number 1. Who is the playwright of Romeo and Juliet? A. Edgar Allan Poe, B. Maya Angelou, C. William Shakespeare, or letter D. George Santayana. You have 10 seconds to answer. Time is up. Let's proceed to question number 2. Where does the family of Capulet and Montague live? A. Sicily, B. Athens, C. Verona, D. Brisbane. You have 10 seconds to answer, and your timer begins now. Time is up. Let's proceed to the next question. Here we go. What event did Romeo and Juliet meet? A. At the party, B. At a baptism ceremony, C. On a debut, or letter D. On a wedding. Your 10 seconds begins now. Time is up. Let's proceed to the next question. What was the reason of Romeo's exile? A. He killed the cousin of Juliet. B. He was caught stealing jewelry. C. He expressed his love for Juliet. Or letter D. He killed the parents of Juliet. You have 10 seconds to answer, and it starts now. Let's head on to question number 5. Here we go. What was Juliet's plan in order not to marry Paris? A. She killed Paris secretly. B. She abandoned her family and chose Romeo. C. She asked for help to Romeo and eloped with him. Or letter D. She went to Friar Lawrence and asked for help to fake her death. You have 10 seconds to answer, and it begins now. Let's proceed to the next question. Here we go. What element of drama refers to the logical arrangement of events or incidents? A. Characters, B. Language, C. Plot, letter D. Theme. You have 10 seconds to analyze and answer, and it begins now. Time is up. Let's proceed to question number 7. What element of spectacle refers to the items that can be carried on and off the stage by the actors? A. Blocking, B. Set, set? C. Sound effects, or letter D. Properties? You have 10 seconds to answer and it begins now. Time is up. Let's focus our attention to question number 8. What type of drama shows the downfall of the protagonist? A. Comedy. B. Tragedy. C. Science fiction, or letter D. Classical? You have 10 seconds to answer and it begins now. Time is up. Let's proceed to the second to the last question. This is question number 9. Which type of stage allows the audience to sit on two sides? A. In the round stage. B. Thrust stage. C. Proscenium stage, or letter D. Traverse stage? You have 10 seconds to answer and it begins now. Let's proceed to the last question. Give your best shot. Analyze carefully. Here's the question. What type of stage is also called an arena? A. In the round stage. B. Thrust stage. C. Proscenium stage, or letter D. Traverse stage? You have 10 seconds to answer and it begins now. Up. Now let's see if all your answers are correct. I want you to please exchange your papers to your partners or to your seatmates, okay? And here are the correct answers from our quick quiz today. Kindly check the answers of your students or of your classmates correctly. And of course, for your homework or your home delight, it's gonna be about reflection time. Okay? The directions is, in one paragraph containing 200 words, write your personal reaction and reflection about the play Romeo and Juliet in terms of its elements. Write this on the answer sheet provided and be guided in making your output based on the score guide presented. We have content, that's 15 points. Grammar, spelling, and punctuation, that's 10 points. And neatness, 5 points for a total score of 30 points. I'll be expecting that everyone will be able to make their personal reaction and reflection based on the play Romeo and Juliet that we watched and understand a while ago. Okay? And that's it for our discussion today. So far, do you have any questions or clarifications? I guess everything is clear, and with that, may I request everyone to please stand up for our closing prayer. Prayer leader, you may now start. And thank you so much, students, for your participation in today's class. That's it. I shall call this one a day. I hope to see you again next time. Goodbye, class.